$400. That's insane. That is insane. They are on crack.
For half of these luxury apartments, the only thing luxurious about them is the price.
Hey everyone, don't waste your time and let's go start this video and watch this video.
Our apartment is not fixing our AC. Instead, they're trying to resolve this by getting us a portable AC that we didn't want because it blocks our balcony access, and I'll show you. That's the portable AC unit, but this is what they have to do to our balcony, so we're unable to open our door. They taped the whole thing here so that it connects to the AC unit. And again, they did that when we weren't home, and we didn't even want that. We want them to resolve the actual AC in our unit. And this has been going on for over a year.
I know it's not just Milwaukee, but all of these cities putting up all these high-rise buildings so that all of these developers can get, you know, tax write-offs or whatever it is, because they can claim it as a loss because no one's living there, because no one can pay $2,200 a month for a studio. The rest of my rant got deleted. But anyways, what I'm saying though is all of these buildings, it's like they're not even like getting creative anymore with like trying to even name a building. They're just slapping it on there, calling it 1910 on Water. That's the address. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, you know, the luxury high-rise buildings, they always have these like names that are like great. And I just saw one that's called like Edgewater 1659, and it's like you just threw a random word in front of the address. And it's like, if I'm paying that much a month for rent, I want to be telling people I live at the Tipton Hotel. I live at the Tipton. You know? Maybe this was just like my marketing brain spinning though while I was on my walk this morning, but it's just like, you're just throwing up these buildings left and right. You're not even taking the time. Like, I haven't even seen an advertisement for any of these new buildings that are going up, maybe because I'm not in the tax bracket that they're looking to advertise to, but they're not even trying to advertise them. They're literally just throwing these buildings up, calling them their address and saying, peace, peace. We're gonna just get a little lost for the year. Oops.
All of our units start at like $2,900. Studios are included in that, and it kind of goes up from there. And then you have to keep in mind that like your rent doesn't cover the trash fee, the internet fee, the Wi-Fi fee, the because we can fee. You're saying there's like trash in the hallways? Well, yeah, you can't opt out of the trash fee. That's mandatory. Yeah, I know the elevator doesn't work, but like, I don't know, take the stairs? Like, that's not really our problem. I guess we can call maintenance, but like I said, it's not really our problem. We actually do something called dynamic pricing. So like every day that you check the price, it changes daily depending on how many people are viewing. I know you have 2 people and you're like living with a roommate, but we only allow 1 parking spot. The additional parking spot is an additional $500 a month. Right. And then don't forget taxes and fees. And then your deposit's gonna be probably $2,900 because that's the maximum we can ask for. Maybe more. Why is the bathroom larger than the kitchen? I don't know, that's a great question. I wasn't there when they built it.
Luxury apartments are supposed to make life easier. Beautiful views, modern kitchens, rooftop pools, gyms, security, amazing amenities. But behind those impressive buildings is a question many renters eventually ask. Is all of this actually worth the price? Because once the excitement wears off and the monthly bills arrive, some residents discover that luxury living can come with a very expensive reality. It's easy to understand why people are attracted to luxury apartments. Instead of buying a home and spending money maintaining everything yourself, you can rent a modern space with amenities right outside your door. Some buildings offer fitness centers, swimming pools, lounges, rooftop spaces, package rooms, parking, security, and even co-working areas. For someone who values convenience, that can sound like an incredible deal. But the advertised rent is only one part of the equation. And that's where some renters start discovering the hidden costs. A luxury apartment can come with expenses that aren't always obvious when you're looking at the listing. Parking can cost extra. Utilities may be separate. There can be application fees, deposits, pet fees, amenity charges, trash fees, package fees, and other recurring expenses depending on the property. Individually, these charges might not seem enormous, but when you combine them with rent, the total monthly cost can become significantly higher than what a renter originally expected. And that's when the word luxury starts feeling very different.
When I say I pay for rent, I pay for rent, if you know what I mean. I just moved from a 2-bedroom unit to a 1-bedroom unit after my roommate decided to move home. We used to have this running joke of like, things wrong with my luxury apartment. Like silly things like, oh, the blinds aren't automatic. But y'all, I just moved in. Let me tell you actual wrong things with my luxury apartment. And normally I wouldn't care. No, like I'm not a super picky girl, but like I said, I pay for rent. And I know the quality because I came from a 2-bedroom unit that was flawless. Let's get to it. Don't mind the mess, we still unpacking. We'll start off simple, but we turn on the light and only one side works. Oh, I'd love to do the dishes. Oh, that's as far as it comes out. Yeah, it's been a hassle. You know, I thought this kind of looked a little janky, but you know, I was putting my stuff away and oh my goodness. They gave me a little fork in case someone breaks in. Also, high key, why did they not make that a lazy Susan? Like, storage. Here's how we retract our blinds. Oh, she disconnected. She's supposed to be down there.
And like, she doesn't reach.
Let's head to the bathroom. She missing. I be slipping and sliding every time I go to the bathroom. Boop. There's literally no pausing. It just flies out. I used to be able to open my other one upstairs like halfway and it would stay, and this one just flies off, aka it's probably gonna break soon. And y'all, this is the worst one. I can't shower. Now, I also didn't realize this is how a shower works. So like when you pull the little dink, it stops that up and then water comes up to there. This is what it looks like.
That I live in a luxury apartment building and always have paid to live in luxury apartment buildings, but never use said luxuries that I pay an arm and a leg for, has me ready to beat my own ass, because the place I live literally has a jacuzzi, a gym, yoga classes, a pool, Pilates classes. I'm sitting here in the jacuzzi with my self-care routine reading a book. You know how cute and peaceful this is? Very extraordinarily so. You know how many times I've come down to this jacuzzi? Twice in 6 months. I've gone to 2 yoga classes in 6 months. There's like little gardens you can go to that are super peaceful and relaxing. I have never once sat down and smelt the sunshine in those gardens. There's a game room, there is a library. I have not stepped foot in there since I did my first apartment tour, and past me really set me up to have a peaceful living experience. Like, I really could have been living my life to the fullest here. And did I want to? No, but put my ass in a hotel and tell me why I'll be using every single facility possible. But when it comes to my own home, I don't. Like, I am ready to beat my own ass. The next time I move, which is going to be soon, I am not getting myself a luxury building, because I have shown that I do not deserve these luxuries, because I am ungrateful.
Officially moving out of my luxury apartment in Houston, Texas. I'm going to show you all the things that I hated about it, and the fact that it was $3,200 for a 1-bedroom on the first floor. Let me show you all the stuff I hated. I absolutely hated that somebody would design this to not come all the way out. It was very, very stupid for me. Like, to just see that, it was very dumb. I hated that they put this amazing patio here, but they didn't include any type of coverings for it, so I had to install panels, like grass panels for myself. So like, if you lived in this unit, you would see the valet, you'd see all this stuff, and then people can see directly in here. And I asked them to install tent or something and they wouldn't do it, but you could see directly in the apartment from outside if you're out, you know, outdoors, which was insanely annoying. The other thing that I hated, because it's a so-called luxury apartment, it came with no light fixtures. So if you ever came to my apartment, I had a chandelier hanging here that I had installed. No light fixtures came in this apartment though. So even when you come in the bedroom, they have like the setup for it, and they have a ceiling fan. There's no light bulb. You have to pay extra apparently to get a light, a fixture with a light. Very insane. I also did not like the closet at all. This was very like constricting to me, because it just wasn't the best use of space. And I also didn't like that the electrical stuff was in here. It was a very nice size bedroom though. I almost forgot my ladder. I would have been very upset. Let me bring that with me. The other thing that I didn't like, because I was right outside of the main entrance, is that you can hear all of the traffic from the hallway if you're right here. Like anytime the door closes, any of that, you could hear everything, which is annoying.
Not so glamorous things about my New York City apartment despite paying almost $5,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment. Look at the hospital lighting, I don't like it at all. And then the flooring they fixed, but it's simply a different shade, I'm sure you can tell. And then onto the window, it is such a weird shape that we couldn't get blinds for it unless we wanted to spend a hefty price on customized blinds for all 3 windows. And then the heating, you can't turn off, so it gets so hot. And then onto the bathroom, but wait, there's more because they fixed the floor here and it is so wonky and again, a different shade. And then the ceiling in our 1 bathroom, which is so small for 2 people, is cracking and they've redone it like 10 times, but it still just doesn't look great and it's flaking. And this one thing that every apartment I think has is so dusty and gross. More hospital lighting, and I hate that the AC units are so visible. And then my cute dog doesn't come with the apartment, but he's adorable. Never forget when he ate a cockroach, we have some of those. And the basement laundry, just ew. $3.20 per washer and dryer.
Anyone else pay an outrageous amount of rent and like our apartment's low-key a wreck? I have put in like 20 maintenance requests. This cabinet still is broken. I'm like, okay. And I'm sure it's a simple fix, but I'm just a girl. My dishwasher has literally been broken now for 4 months. Like, good thing it's just me. You know, I think about that all the time. I'm like, I don't even have a family in here, you know, it's just me. This flooring rips up, and they said it was my fault, but I put on the move-in sheet that it's not my fault, and I'm gonna cry. I know I'm not getting my security deposit back, but I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong. There's also black mold in my bathroom. Lovely. And it's been accumulating, and I've put in little tickets of like, hey, I have black mold, and they're like, hey, is that your fault? I'm like, something is clearly wrong with the ventilation. That does not happen. Does not happen in normal freaking houses. And yet my rent would go up if I stayed here another year. Like, girl, I'm moving.
Part 2 of these fake ass luxury apartments. What the is this? What the is this? This ain't luxury. I know it's like stairs, so people gonna walk on the paint gonna come up, but y'all need to keep painting this shit. This shit should be painted every couple months if you asking me. Shit. And every time I find something new that ain't aesthetically pleasing to me, I'm gonna post it as another part. So stay tuned. Like, look, this is the other set. That was that set down there that I just showed y'all. But yeah, they all pretty much like that. Rusty as paint chipping off. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm so upset right now. I was just gonna take my dog on our little 2-mile walk. I go in the freezer to put some ice inside of his bowl so he won't dehydrate. Shit. And why is all my shit melted? There's no ice in here. The freezer is not working. All my groceries are bad now. I'm not worried about the meat because I don't eat that, but my ice cream, I just got that. Like, what the What the fuck? Since I moved into this place, maintenance have come. I've been in here, what, 7 weeks? Maintenance probably has come like 7 times. They came on the first day that I moved in. What the
happens is that whenever somebody says they want to live in a condo or a luxury apartment, the first thing people say is, oh, you pay all that money? Why would you pay all that money when you could just get a house and pay much less? The reason why people like to live in condos and luxury apartments is because they want a life of convenience. Yes, they are aware it's expensive. They are paying the extra money for the convenience. They have a gym, they have a laundromat, they have a doorman. They don't have to go outside and shovel the snow. They don't have to rake the leaves. They don't have to deal with any of those things. They don't care that it's extra money.
So I just got my renewal notice from my luxury apartments. They're not luxury, they're nasty, they're dirty, they're ghetto. And apparently they're luxury. But we were going to switch to month because we wanted to leave once my man gets back from deployment in 6 months. So we wanted to move. That's not happening. Tell me why 1 month, if we go month to month, is $5,400. $5,400. That's insane. That is insane. They are on crack. We don't even live in like central San Diego. We live in motherfrickin' Chula motherfrickin' Vista. Make it make sense. That's disgusting.
The absolute downside to living in a luxury apartment is that I have this beautiful fridge and I'm so busy paying for it that I can't seem to fill it with groceries. Let's do a little tour. So I have cat food here, strawberry, kombucha, yogurt. Where's my broccoli? This is my broccoli. I took it out. It's my dinner. I've already used up my weekly allowance and it's Tuesday.
Half of these luxury apartments, the only thing luxurious about them is the price. They will slap a luxury sign on anything if you let them. I was thinking about moving, so I went on a tour of a luxury apartment yesterday. Why the hallways dirty? Why is there blunt wrappers all in the stairwell? Why is the nicest part of this whole apartment complex the leasing office? I need answers. And don't get me started on all these luxury fees they be trying to charge you. They give you the base price, which is one price, and they start adding the amenity fee, the pet fee, the parking fee, the valet fee, the fee. You be like, God damn. Once it's all said and done, it was like $400 extra. And I don't know what they build in these new buildings with these days, but the walls are as thin as construction paper. You can hear everything. I think they're using 2x4s and paper mache. I think we're bending the word luxury a little bit. Like, I feel like at this point, I could slap a luxury tag on my 2012 Honda Civic. And once again, don't let these apartment complexes sell you on just the amenities and not the apartments. When we on a tour, take me to the room first, not the pickleball court.
I pay $2,000 a month to live here, and this is what my pool area looks like in my luxury apartment. So it starts off pretty basic, you know, there's just cigarettes everywhere, littered. And my favorite is there's just toilet paper lying everywhere, and there's also beer cans literally laying everywhere, not thrown in the trash because you think that the trash would maybe be a little picked up. No. Also, the pool is disgusting. It literally has feces in it. There is a piece of bread just chilling on the ground. The garbage hasn't been picked up in weeks. There's again random toilet paper on the tables. There is a poop bag from a dog. There's random noodles in the pool that don't belong to anyone. There's more paper towels just literally everywhere. Another garbage can that hasn't been taken out in weeks. There's random little things all scattered in the bushes. Even outside the pool area, there's garbage everywhere. And then even leading into the pool section, it's absolutely disgusting. The grill area is so foul. There's a corn bag thing on the roof, gum on the table, and yet they expect us to pay $2,000 a month and they keep raising rent. Yay.
Luxury apartments really are the biggest scam. Luxury apartment in general has always been my dream, so now that I'm finally here, I'm just realizing how much of a scam I was sold. They can have it back at this point. It's all cheap materials, cheaply thrown together, and then you pay high-ass rent for it. I'm just like, what? They're supposed to be like soft closed drawers, but they don't ever close fully aligned. Like, you see how that, like, just cheaply thrown together. You know what I mean? Like, what? Yes, it's so nice having a key fob. We've been here for 2 months and the key fob is now dead, and they have to send someone out to replace it and reprogram it now, so we don't have a key fob. This is going on with the wall. I don't really know what that, they didn't really know what it is either. Someone was supposed to come fix it. That has been about a week ago, and no one's been here to fix it. Really in the bedroom, just ruined floors. Really just small things like, why is the fridge not aligned? Be bamboozled into feeling like you need a luxury apartment, because in reality, your old apartment that you're paying way less for is probably put together a lot better than these luxury apartments.
There's also the lifestyle itself. Paying more doesn't automatically guarantee a perfect living experience. Residents can still deal with noisy neighbors, crowded amenities, maintenance issues, parking problems, construction or unexpected building policies, and that's where disappointment can become especially strong. If you're paying a premium price, your expectations naturally become higher. You don't just want a place to sleep, you expect the entire experience to justify the cost. When it doesn't, renters may start wondering whether they could get more space and fewer expenses somewhere else. The bigger issue is what that monthly payment does to the rest of your budget. If rent consumes a large portion of your income, there may be less money available for savings, investments, travel emergencies, or other goals. And luxury can become especially difficult when the economy gets tougher. When people feel financially secure, paying extra for convenience may seem reasonable. But when groceries, insurance, transportation, and other expenses rise, that luxury payment can suddenly become one of the first things people reconsider. That's why some renters eventually decide that a simpler home may provide better financial freedom. Luxury living isn't automatically a bad decision. For some people, the amenities, location, convenience, and lifestyle can absolutely be worth the premium. The important thing is understanding what you're actually paying for. Before signing a lease, renters should look beyond the advertised rent and calculate the complete monthly cost. So here's the question. Would you rather pay more for a luxury apartment with premium amenities or save money by choosing a simpler place? Tell us your choice in the comments. And if you've ever lived in a luxury apartment, was it actually worth the money?
This video is amazing. Literally, you are satisfied and not this comment. And please subscribe my channel and like the video and share this video and comment this video. And let's go another video. Tata. Love you all. Take care.